raise your right hand and wave.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after that? It looked like you took a pretty big shot, but were able to stay in and fight it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the game. Just playing, getting injured, and playing through it. We harp on team, and the T is for toughness, and that's mental and physical toughness, and that's just part of it. I didn't do anything super, just what we're asked.
Clint, when did you find out you were going to start, and what were your thoughts when you got told?
It was Friday morning or Thursday morning. And then, I kind of have an idea. I room with Ford, and we lived together, and he said it was bothering him, so I had an idea, and it was my turn, and so the coach told me, and he said, hey, just take it and run with it. So.
You said it's your turn. I mean, you had to wait for it, and Coach Dawson said he's told you, hey, you're going to get your turn. What was the mentality like to go through these first 4 games and not get the snaps you wanted?
It was tough. The media perception and everything was, and the fan perception was that I was going to immediately come in and do it. And I thought I had chances to do it, and I didn't take over it during camp. I can't really. A lot of my things I do are mainly in game situations and everything like that. So once I got a chance in the game today, and did an all right job, good enough to win. But it was tough dealing with it. But we're all good friends, all quarterbacks. Like I said, I live with Ford, so we're very close. And Paul, and we cheer for each other.
You talked about how good it was just to be back here when you first got here, but I mean, sitting on the bench and not playing is one thing. Getting out there and actually getting your first snaps as a starting quarterback, I'm sure was different. What did it feel like?
It is, and it's different when you're a backup and you're still playing. But then when you're the starter and you got everyone behind you and they're confident in you, that's especially for me. That's so big for me, and that's when I played down at Florida State, I was a starter just simply because there was no one else there. So and I had confidence because they can't pull you because there's no one else. So and I did all right then, but it's a big thing, and we did a great job today. So.
How about your ability to extend plays and move outside the pocket? Something we haven't seen all season long. Just talk about that and what you bring to the table in that area.
I don't think I bring that much. I did enough to get 3 or 4 yards. I ain't Pat White, that's for sure. But that's just part of it. When you see a hole or open space, try and get as much as you can to get down.
One of the things that Kevin was talking about is at the end of the game, throughout the game, you kept having a smile on your face. And we were seeing it too. I mean, you're motioning to the receivers, and it's like you guys are just carrying on a conversation and laughing.
Yeah.
Is that just fun, or staying calm?
That was the main thing Coach Holgerson was harping on, and it was apparent through the first 4 games we weren't really having fun on offense. We were pressing, everyone was a little tense, so I was like, let's go have fun, let's throw some deep balls, let's get it going, and we did that today. And the offensive line did a great job protecting, phenomenal job. We moved some guys around. I think we got a right fit now, right guys where they need to be. Running backs, I know Charles got us out of a big hole when we were backed up on the goal line. Great run. Receivers made plays up and down the field. I got everyone around me, so it makes it easy on me.
There were a few times when it looked like you and Coach Holgerson weren't having a lot of fun, though, on the sideline.
That's communication. It's the first start. I messed up a couple things. That's part of it, but that's part of the game. He's a very animated guy. You just gotta definitely not ignore it, but just move on and not listen to what he says, or not listen to how he says it, but what he says.
What happened when you went down?
It was just a little nick on my shoulder. I'm fine though. I had to go inside, get it evaluated, and good to go. I came back out. I wasn't getting taken out of the game. So.
Did you know you'd be able to come back physically? You knew you'd be able to come back in?
Yeah, definitely.
Plus, with the
communication
communication
the sideline, that looked what after you got hit, you didn't look too good.
Yeah, it hurt. When it got evaluated, it felt better after that. So.
Clint, with the communication things with Dana, you mentioned that too. What do you have to improve, and how do you improve it? Is it just repetition, or is there something? Are there other things?
Repetition, it's different in practice because you don't have 65,000 fans screaming, but he gets going fast, especially in games. He's hyped up, and so are we. And sometimes I miss things. Repetitions in games is definitely going to help. More game experience is going to help with that. And we're not worried about it too much. We just got to get it corrected.
Clint, I'm sure growing up you were familiar with Country Roads. To sing it after a victory over the number 11 team today, what was that like?
It was pretty cool. I saw some of my good friends I grew up with in the stands. It was a special moment. I had one of my buddies, Tyler Anderson, next to me. I grew up with him, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it's that song. I know when I was trying to make the decision, that song like randomly came on one day. I was like, God, that's a sign. So I love that song. Love the state. I'm glad to be back.
Along those lines, you've thrown a few touchdown passes in those end zones as a little kid too. What was it like to kind of throw one in the uniform?
It was pretty cool. I thought I had one a couple plays before it, and then I found out it was incomplete. But it was cool. Kevin made a great play. Got an inside release on the guy. He's a heck of a player. I'm glad to see him start making some plays. So it was awesome though.
I'm not sure if Shannon was joking with us, but he said there was a couple times where you guys ran something that you didn't work on all week and it just materialized out of nothing. But
probably.
Yeah. Like, I guess how often does that happen? And then what do? You can't turn around and call time out. You try to do something, but how do you take nothing to do something with it?
Honestly, there are some times where I know I miscommunicated on a couple things, but even when I miscommunicate, we've done either that concept that I should have given. I've done that before, just not out of that set. And so you just got to adapt, and we adapted pretty well, I think, today.
With the bad field position you had most of the second half, how much did that limit what you were able to call and run?
It definitely did. We made a couple mistakes, but that's easy to fix. When you're backed up, it's tough to do, especially our game plan was definitely trying to go down the field and stretch the field, and that's tough when you're backed up in like 2-yard line. So
Last week you guys struggled, and Shannon said nothing went right. Today he said some things went right. I mean, step in the right direction. But confidence-wise, what's it do for you guys when you see at least things moving in the right direction like that?
You get shut out 30-0. I get to Maryland 38-0. That's tough, and to be so mentally tough that you come back and beat the number 11 team on your field the very next week. It was a rough week. A lot of people talking a lot of things, and we just ignored it and kept grinding. And, believed in what Coach says to us, and believed what we did, and we took care of it. I'm proud of our guys. That's a tough team. So.
Did you have to tell Dana or Shan or anybody that you were capable of throwing the ball? Because when they put you back in, you didn't even have a few handoffs. You came out slinging it again.
Yeah. No. When I came back out from the locker room, I just went over to Coach and I'm like, I'm fine. He said, all right. Yeah. So.
Clint, another thing Shannon said was that in practice he wanted to kind of breeze through mistakes a little bit, not really stop and fine tune everything, and that maybe you get momentum and it would just go quicker. Did you feel like that worked, and maybe that's why things went a little smoother in the game?
There were some times where something that happened in the game too. I messed up on a couple things, but we had so much good momentum and we were going fast. A lot of those long drives, you could tell we were on the ball pretty quick, and that's part of it. Like I said, the adapt part that I was just talking about. You got to adapt and not worry about the last mistake and just move on, keep playing.
From the sound of this, you just beat the number 11 team in the country, and you made a lot of mistakes. It sounds like
yeah,
a lot of room for improvement.
Yes, a lot of room for improvement. I mean, we're never going to be exactly where we need to be. I don't know the stats offhand, but we got a long way to go, and we can. That's what's so exciting. We did beat the number 11 team in the country, and we didn't play our best game at all. I know defense played phenomenal. I haven't mentioned them. Shout out to them. They did a great job getting turnovers and stopping them when needed. So.
All right. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.